everybody, it's Carol with Refunction Crafts, and I'm bringing you a new project today. I found in my stash, I've been using the small little wooden circles to make some ornaments. Well, I found in my stash, I had a package of these square wooden pieces, and then I had a couple of these round, larger circles. So I thought that I would take these and try and do something fun with them. I'm looking for my little tape measure. I've got it right here. I'm just going to grab it real quick so I can tell you how big this circle is. I should have had this out already. Okay. So this is, these little circles that I've been using are 3 inches. So this bigger circle I'm going to say is probably 4. Yeah, this is a 4-inch circle. So, and then these squares are 4.5 inches both ways. So I thought it would be pretty to do something using the circle on top of the square and doing some pretty stuff. And I was playing around with this image because I love it so much, and I still have not done a lot with it. I've done a couple of things, but I thought, wouldn't she be awfully pretty on there? And then I also had some other images, so I thought maybe I could do something Christmassy, probably with this one. So I'll put the other one up. I'm not gonna get a whole bunch of stuff in front of me today where I start second guessing myself. So I already cut this one, and you can see this one was not as big as the circle. So I made it so that it would go to one side, and then I will add, I'm not sure which things. I think I'm gonna use these here. I like these because the color is almost exactly the same as the wooden circle, and that's why I didn't paint this, you guys. I decided I didn't want to paint it. I'm just leaving it wood because I kind of like it that way. So I thought what I would do is I'll put like something like that, and then another piece sort of going up here along the line, so that we have kind of a nice decorative edge, you know, that we can add to that, and it looks really, really pretty. So we'll be doing something like that with that one. And then all I have to do to cut this is determine, of course, where I want my circle to be. And I want to make sure I get kind of as much of the Christmas tree in as I can. It's still not going to get a ton of it, but you'll know it's a Christmas tree. So I'm just going to take this, and I'm just going to, it works out really easily if you just put the paper underneath the circle and just follow the circle around, and it will cut exactly the way you want it to cut. Just be sure that you don't let your paper slip while you're doing this. And I'm just doing little cuts all the way around. It makes it a little bit easier to make sure that nothing sort of slips. And then I can just take and kind of do this around the edges. If I've got any little pointies or whatever that are sticking out, I just cut them off now. And that looks very good. Let me just wipe off all of my extras, and then I will also read my quote for the day. I did pull up a quote, and this one says, "They may forget your name, but they will never forget how you made them feel." And I think I've probably told you guys that one in the past. It's a favorite quote of mine, and that is by Maya Angelou. Joy is a net of love by which you can catch souls. That's kind of deep. Here's one, and I kind of like this. It says, feel a feeling, but don't become the emotion. See it, allow it, and release it. I think we all kind of maybe have issues with releasing our emotions in a positive or healthy way sometimes. I know I do. But, you know, I definitely know that I need to get way better at letting things go. Instead of holding things and holding things and holding things inside until it just gets to a point where I can't bear it anymore, you know, and then the emotion is just incredibly bad. So, see, I'm also like this one. I cut this one in half, and this was one of my, my little oval paper doilies, and I'll just pull any one of these out. Well, of course, they're all going to come out because they get caught on each other. Look at that. The whole thing. Darn it. Okay, so this is one of these, and look at how pretty that looks along the edge of this. Like at the bottom of the wooden piece, I can add those. And you can see it because the color is just enough off that it shows up really well. But look at how beautiful that looks on there. So that's just another thing that we will be adding, of course, to this one. But let me show you how this cut out. And so this fits this one really, really well. And it'll go on there, and we'll have another one that we can work with. Got these leaves here too. These would be really pretty on this one, I think. You know, somewhere on here maybe, or maybe coming out from the wood at the bottom. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, but for right now, I think I am really interested in doing this one. And that way, if it gets to be too long and I can't do both, then at least I've gotten this one done, which is the one that I started out wanting to do. And this one, I wanted to do this one too because it's a Christmassy thing, but this has really got me excited. So I think this is the one we are going to definitely work on now. So what I need to do is I need to put her on here. And you know, I think my Fabri-Tac is pretty much gone. So I don't have that to use. We'll just use our Mod Podge and put this on with that. And let me grab a brush, and I'm just gonna pour a little bit right there. What I should have done is just dumped it right on. In fact, I'm gonna do that. I'm just gonna dump it right on the circle here. Just squeeze a little bit out there, just like that. And we'll go ahead and brush this on there. Couple of little chunks. I hate the one thing about the Mod Podge is that sometimes it gets like those little chunks on it. And that's my fault because I leave my lid open sometimes too long, and then it dries kind of on the edges. And then it slips back into the bottle. And you've got chunks. They're not going to show behind this. This image is on cardstock, and it's a very, very, very heavy cardstock. It's a heavyweight one. I think it's 90 pound, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. I'll put the link to this cardstock, excuse me, on the description menu for you guys. Excuse me, I swallowed wrong. And then you guys can get it. I buy it on Amazon, and I love it. And this is actually an ivory colored or a cream colored, excuse me, paper, and it's really, really pretty. I like that color because it kind of gives it more of a vintagey look. So this time around I did not buy white, I bought the cream. And I should buy white too because I am out of that, but I didn't this time. I just bought the cream. That's what I had the money for, so that's what I did. And then later on, I'll get some white as well. Okay, so that's on there, and look at how gorgeous it looks already with just that on there. Let's see if I can bring you guys in just a tad closer. I never know, you know, sometimes I do that and then I get too close and then I get off camera and all that good stuff. So I think this is good. That looks pretty good. And if I stay right where I'm at, I should be fine. And then I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip this. First, let me see where I want this to go on here because I want to put this piece on first on the back. And I just want it to kind of come out to the sides here, just about like that. So I'm just going to turn this over, try and hold those where they're at, just like that. And let's see, I should probably just Mod Podge this on here. What did I do with my brush? Okay, I've got it right here. But to do this, I've got to put it in the lid. I'd really rather just glue it on, but I don't want to do that because then it'll be lumpy and bumpy underneath. And then I think it won't, the circle won't glue on correctly when I go to put it down. So I want it to sit just right when I glue it down. So I'm just putting that just like that. And you can see it sticks out like that. So now to put the other one on and get it where I need it, right there. Hold it down. And I'm just putting the Mod Podge just along the edge here. I want to get it on there fairly quickly so that I do have a little bit of time to maybe move this if I need to. Because I don't want it to be too far in. I want it to come out so that it's actually visible. And that looks pretty good right there. So I'm just going to press it down and that will stay just fine, just like that. And this Mod Podge, it actually dries really fast, you guys. It does not take a long time to dry. And I'm not too worried about wetness because I only put a small amount on there. And I think it's going to be just fine. And so that's kind of what that's going to look like there. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start putting some of these flowers on there. I just need to see which way I want them to go. Maybe put that one right there, or this one has like a butterfly towards the top. And that might be nice, just kind of I think I might have to cut this a little bit because I don't want really much of this to hang off the edge. And that one, it'll be a little bit too much hanging off the edge if I do it like that. This way, I can control it and just have a tiny little bit of it sort of coming off there. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to put, let's go with this piece first, just like that. And this one is going to hang off a little bit. And I guess I still needed my Mod Podge. I went ahead and put it away again. This brush is way too big for this, honestly. Let me get a smaller brush. Here's a small one. Because I just need to have a little bit of this going on there. Although this one's probably too small, but that's okay. It'll work. And I'm just gonna start it right down here and just sort of have it go just like that. And put it down right there. And I've already got some glass glitter on this image, so it's not really wanting to stick real great on that glass glitter, but that's okay. It'll be fine. Okay, and then the little butterfly one, I think I want that to just come right there. So let me put a little bit right there. There we go. And I think I'm just going to do this little light one right here. Just like that. Okay, so that looks really pretty. And these pieces, I don't think I really need them. That kind of looks pretty right there, just to kind of connect everything. But I do not want that flower to go into her face, for sure. And what I'm doing here is that the Mod Podge will take some of the color that it gets off of here, and this is what I'm not thrilled about Mod Podge for, and it will drag the color into it and it will discolor things, and we don't want that. So I'm having to kind of wipe these edges a little bit, and still the color is kind of there, but it looks more like kind of like a distressing rather than anything bad. And this way I can maybe just add a little bit coming out from there, and it looks like it's all part of the plan. Okay, so there we go. The other thing I had was I had thought maybe I would put that there, and that might have been my better choice, is to just put this along that edge right there. Oh, I'm feeling that. I'm feeling like I want to do that. Oh, I hope I can get this off. Look at, I do this all the time, you guys, and I end up messing things up because I change my mind all the time. And I wish I hadn't done this now. Darn it. especially this one right here. Okay guys, let's see. How much of this can I get off without disturbing everything? And we will get that other stuff on there. This is just wood over on this side, so I can kind of clean that off, no problem. I can scrape it. And I've got my, where did it go? I just had it, and I thought I just put it in this box. I did just use it, and I did put it away. I don't know what you guys. Goodness gracious. I have a razor blade right around here somewhere. I just used it. I know I just used it, and I know I put it back because I was very concerned about making sure it got back where it needed to go. Okay, let me find it real quick. I'll be right back, you guys. Okay, so I think I have a plan. Okay, so first we're going to go ahead and we're going to cut this down. So we're going to take this and we're going to go along that line right there. So I'm just going to snip that off. And we're going to glue that on right along that line. Just like that. Just like that. I know it's not looking like much yet, but it will. It will be pretty. And then I went ahead and I pulled some of my other flowers out. Now, I need my nippers. Where did I put my nippers? I just had those too. My word, you guys, I am just all over the place this morning. All right, well, here. Okay, I've got those. And that one. And that one. Okay. So what we've got here is we have some flowers that I've got from Bird's Place. Really, really pretty flowers that I get from Bird's Place, and that's my friend Debbie that runs Bird's Place, and it's a Facebook group, you guys. And what Debbie does is she does sales usually once a month. And I gotta tell you, I gotta get you guys over there to start getting involved. I know sometimes it can get confusing as to when her sales are gonna happen, but when they do, you guys, it's so worth it to be there. And all you have to do is make sure you watch her site, and she will notify you when she's going to have her next sale, so that you can be prepared to be there. And what you need to do is you need to be there on that Saturday night when she's doing the sale, so that you can get those items that you want to have. And it's so worth it, you guys. You have to get over there. And I think that's what's happening. She's trying to get the group restarted because in the other group that she had, somehow she got hacked, and it was a terrible thing. So she had to shut it down completely and start fresh. And so that's kind of where she's at right now. She's starting new with her page and trying to get it built up, and I think people are getting confused as to when the sales are. So if you get over there, get yourself hooked up and onto the site, then you can figure out, you know, when she's going to be having her next sale so that you can get involved. It's so worth it though, you guys. You've got to get over there. And Debbie is just a doll. She's a very dear friend of mine, and very trustworthy, so you don't have to worry about any problems, you know, with being able to trust her to get you your stuff. She will get it to you. All of her payments go through PayPal. So you have to join her group, you guys. And to join her group, it's on Facebook. I will put her link in the description menu below. And get on over there and get in on the next sale. Because you won't, trust me, you won't be disappointed that you signed up with her. She's just awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I love Debbie. And this is where I get most of my paper flowers and a lot of my other stuff. Laces, bling, you name it, I get it from Debbie. And man, does she send me some gorgeous, gorgeous bling. Gorgeous stuff. I'm trying to decide what kind of bling I want to use on this. Okay, so just need to spread these flowers the right way here. I don't want to get them looking weird. I like that. That looks really pretty right there. I'm debating on this flower. I'm debating if I want to switch that out for that one. And maybe go like this and put one flower there. That's gorgeous. So now I've covered up all that ickiness that I created, and we don't have that problem anymore. So let's go ahead and let's glue on our flowers. That one's going to go in that bad spot there. And this one's going to go next to that one. Kind of off the circle here. And then I'm going to do two. Right there. And let me see. I have some very, very small flowers as well. This one will look good there. I think I need to put one more. Darker purple right there. Yeah. Okay, so let me put this in there. Right in that corner. And I want to pop in one or two of these cream colored paper roses. Again, these came from Bird's Place. They're little tiny paper roses and they're beautiful. And I use these a lot. Because you guys know I do a lot of small stuff. And so I always need tiny flowers, and I get my tiny flowers from Debbie. So I want to take and put one there, because I want to get these so that they're sort of evening out the colors on here. I definitely want one here. Right there. And I have one more of these left, and I think I know exactly where I'm going to put it. Let me snip off these stems. I think I'm going to put this one right up here. Or does it need to go just kind of in here somewhere? I think I kind of like it in there. Right there. Okay, so there we go with that. And let's see. Those would look pretty kind of coming out. I've got a heart one that I cut. Or, you know what I could do that would be very pretty on this, to kind of finish off the top and bottom, would be to put these corner pieces right there and right there, just to kind of finish it off there. You just have to find a spot where you can get it to stay down, and then we can connect it. Something like that. Or is that not good? Or we could take and do like this. We could either do 2 corners or we could do 4 corners if we wanted to. I've got 4 of them out here. And look at how beautiful that looks. Part of me likes it almost better with just the 2 corners done like that. I like that. And then do I want to put this on there? I don't think I'm going to do this because I'm afraid that this will end up getting messed up over time. So, oh, the one other thing that I did want to do on here though is to add some of my rhinestones and pearls, just like this. We can start right there and bring those around. I just have to figure out how long I need it. And it's all caught up here. I don't know how this happened, but it did. Alright, here we go. Let's get this stuff out of my way. I'm just making myself a big old mess to try and work in here. And I don't need it. Here I thought I was going to be doing a nice quick video for you guys. It was going to be quick and you weren't going to have to sit here all day and look at me. And look how beautiful that looks with those corners in there. Oh my goodness, that's gorgeous. So I'm just going to cut this off right there. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use, let's see, how can we do this? Where did I put my other resin? Okay, hang on guys, I'm going to get my other resin. Okay, so we've got our rhinestones on there. They're on there very, very well. And the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of do the same thing with this, these corner pieces. So I'm just going to add my resin out to the edges. I want it to kind of come out the edges because I want the lamp to be able to access that resin on the edges of this. And then I will continue to put this under the lamp after it's done a little bit so that I can continue curing that resin that's underneath there, and it will eventually cure underneath there as well. Just like that. Now we got to get the other one. And I know I'm not using my gloves, but I figure this is just a small little bit right here that I'm doing. And don't worry, the resin that's underneath this has been cured. It's been placed under the lamp so that it's not wet resin. And I can still use the cup that way. I'm going to get this one out to this corner. And you guys, I'm sorry about my fingernails. My fingernails are awful. Number one, they're like brittle as brittle can be because we've been having this windy, awful, dry weather. And the wind has just been whipping through here. And also, I mean, they look like they're dirty, but they're not. I've been using inks and dyes and stuff like that, and so some of it's stuck to my fingernails and I can't get it off. So it's just going to be one of those, over time I'll get it to wear down, or I'm going to have to cut my fingernails. Okay, so we've got both of those down there. I'm going to put my lamp, my UV lamp over it one more time for about 90 seconds, and we'll be right back. Okay, so I decided we're going to add some more to this corner because I feel like this corner here does not look finished off, and I really need it to look finished. So we're going to add some of this pretty sequined lace that I got from my friend Sherry. And I'm going to add this little piece of lace. Just came off of an applique, and one more flower down here in this corner, right there. So that's that, and I think it looks gorgeous, you guys. Oh, I also have this piece of bling that I'm trying to see if I can find a spot that I want to put that in. I think that'll look pretty, just kind of coming off the edge right there. So we're just going to go ahead and add that right in there. This is just a little black bow. I'm just trying to decide if I want to just kind of finish filling in this side over here or not. I've got a light colored bow here too. And the light colored one I think looks okay. Yeah, I think we'll go ahead and we'll add this little light colored bow. Let me cut off this piece of thread. And get the last little bit of glue out of that. We'll put that in there along with, I guess, one of the little silver balls that are in here. These are very, very hard to see. We'll use the bigger one here. Put the tiny ones back. These are so tiny, they're like a speck of sand. Very hard for someone with my eyesight to, to work with, honestly. But that's okay. I'm going to add, I think, a dot of resin to the center of this flower, because that will be easier for me to not make a mess with. And pop that little guy in the middle there. And then I'm gonna glue the flower on, and then I'm gonna pop it under the lamp to get that little bead to cure into that flower. Like I said, these are so small and hard for me to work with, especially the tiny beads, and of course I pushed the bead right out of there. That's okay, I can get that back in. Just get the flower down first. Get the bead right in there. And I'm going to pop this under my lamp just for a few seconds. And I'm sorry this took a little bit longer than I expected, you guys. I really didn't expect this to be a long video here at all. I thought it was going to be super short, and it's just didn't turn out that way, did it? Okay, and then I'm going to just pop this on at the top. I just got to figure out how we want to do this, and I think I'm just going to take it, because it's a very lightweight piece. I'm going to put some hot glue right there, and I'm going to push that down into that hot glue and let it sort of sink in. And let's see, I'm going to cut a couple of circles out of this purple. I'm just going to take and cut little 1/2-inch circles. Try and get them as round as I can. They won't be perfect. Okay. That one I did a really lousy job on. Let's try this again. And this felt that I'm using, it's actually a stiff felt, so it is a little bit easier to work with than the soft stuff, but I'm just not the best at cutting out circles. This one came out pretty decent. Maybe I'll try one more time to get another one kind of like that. Okay, and that one could go a little bit smaller. And maybe that'll help me get it a little bit more circular. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this right over the top of that once I get the other side down too. So I'm going to cut that right there. And again, we'll put a nice bubble of hot glue there. And what this will do is I'll glue it to that side and kind of glue it down, and it will help hold everything together. We're just going to add glue to the top here, just like that. There we go. And same thing to this side. Ooh, I got a lot of ooze out on that one. I guess I put more. Well, I think the glue underneath it wasn't quite as dry as the other side was. That's okay. It's not so hot that I can't touch it right now, so I can just kind of, with my fingernail, take that glob off of there. And there we go. Very, very, very pretty, you guys. Look at that. And this would be a great Christmas tree ornament, or something you could pop into somebody's gift for the holidays, or, you know, what have you. It's very, very pretty, very inexpensive to make. I mean, you just need to find an image and get the little, these you can get at the Dollar Tree at times, not always, but if you're there at the right time, you can get them at the Dollar Tree. And I still like this just at these two corners. So, and then, you know, throw some flowers in there and a little bit of bling, and you've got it. Isn't that gorgeous? And I did use glass glitter on this, so I already had this image glass glittered before I started the project, you guys, or I would have done that in front of you. But I just used my Floracraft diamond dust, and that's it. So I think we've got it, you guys. I think it turned out really super pretty, and what a great gift this would make, even if I put, you know, something that would be pretty. Where is it? Yes, I don't know if this will work or not, but I've got this pretty stuff here. I wonder if I was thinking a little bit there, and I should have thought of that, because this would have worked very well to cover that stuff up over there, but it's okay. We don't need it. No, I'm not going to do anything more to this. I think it's beautiful the way it is. It doesn't need another thing, and simple, easy, and this should have taken me a lot less time, you guys. I just messed up at the beginning with that stuff that I did over here, so I had to backtrack and do some things different, but I think it's gorgeous, and I hope you guys liked this video. If you liked it, I hope you'll hit the subscribe button. Give me a thumbs up and a comment. I love your comments, you guys. Please like and share the video. We're working on getting to 10,000 subscribers, and it seems like I'm starting to get there a little bit quicker now. So you guys, if you'll help me out, if you share my videos, and hopefully other people will enjoy watching them as well, then I can get to 10,000 in no time, and we will do a awesome 10,000 subscriber giveaway. I plan on doing something really, really nice for that. So get ready. I still have to do my 9,000. And you know what? I don't know. Maybe something like this will be my 9,000 subscriber giveaway gift. I've also got my giveaway for October to do for my Etsy store, and the Etsy store, it's slowed down a little bit. I'm kind of confused with the holidays and everything. I'm surprised that things have slowed down a bit, but it is what it is. So if you're needing some Christmas gifts, or you're looking for some unique things that you want to get for somebody for the holidays, please take a look at my Etsy shop and do some shopping there. I would greatly appreciate it. And I do raffles every month for those who spend $50 and more. So you are automatically, if you spend at least $50 before tax and before shipping, then I will enter you into that raffle. So thanks a lot, you guys. Take care. Be blessed. Be safe. Be well. Love your family. Hug and kiss them every time you can. And make sure you tell them you love them every day if you can, okay? God bless you all. Bye-bye.